Well, I do see a familiar name that I'm going to point out to all of you, but on Team Skyline, I don't know if any of you remember the classic Orion with the classic four, but we have Red Rider back. So I'm super excited to see him back. He's been doing well. Unfortunately, we don't have the Bald Man or Babbler back. I think Babbler actually moved, so he might no longer play at NA, which is very sad for me. But yeah, seeing Red Rider back is good, and this circle goes very far west, and we have about like what 25% in water. So MTG Supernova, actually it seems like they might have a good start to the game if they can hold down their compounds.
Ooh, looks like your live feed's a bit faster than mine. Okay.
Get wrecked. You should have a button that you can just like catch up to now. I'm at like 2 minutes basically now. You could also just refresh and see if that works.
Yeah.
Maybe I just have higher internet speed, bro. Get good.
maybe.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Red Rider getting picked up. I know he was looking for a team towards the I think about a month, maybe a month and a half out from this event kicking off. I'm here for Skyline. I like them. Very good dudes. They've been grinding. Zuki, a longtime player in the scene. They picked up the Chemist, who I ran with a couple of events ago. Very good dude. Red Rider obviously loved throughout the scene. I don't know who the last member is off the top of my head, but I'd like to see very good things. That's one of the teams where I'm not expecting a lot from them, considering how stacked this lobby is. Oh, we had a hot drop.
Wasn't quite a hot drop, but I didn't really want to interrupt you. But yeah, Mighty Gods, they got one out immediately, and now Yahoo, they're getting close to TTB. Man, I almost said TTG because my brain is so used to it. But Kite's here, Poonage, and we love to see the return of Yahoo, and we'll see how well it goes. But Poonage, he's quiet. He's making some noise now, so they should know exactly where he is. He hears the footsteps. Cherry Vibes. Wait, hold up. No, that's a meme name. There's no way.
I don't know who you're referencing with Cherry Vibes.
Cherry Vibes is a reference of two players. You have Cherry FPS, which is old STK, before my time STK, I think right before, maybe right when I was starting. And then you have Devil Vibes, who was not able to make it in, which was one of the surprising knockouts in the early stages. But it looks like we had a player not able to connect, and I believe it was TTG who did not connect. So that is where the two players are missing. Underdogs, they were DQ'd, and Supernova replaced them.
Very happy. I don't think Supernova were expecting this. I think I was reading it all in the chat, the general chat. Henry was in there just going, "Wait, really? Are you messing with us?" People thought people were trolling. I thought they were trolling. I'm like, "What? You're just messing with Henry, haha." And they're like, "No, Underdogs got DQ'd." I'm like, "What?" And it wasn't for the reason why you would think, because a lot of people have brought a lot of evidence to light in the last qualification of Underdogs account sharing. I was wondering what you're laughing at. Yeah, you're definitely a good bit ahead of it.
Okay, sorry, man.
No, you're good. And 3.
I might cut you off then a couple times then if something happens. But we do see Gooners start to go ahead and crash, and they begin as they've done so far in the qualifiers, and Eddie is their first victim. They're going to go ahead and try to hunt this man with a bunt with his classic MP5 or at least 9mm loadout this time. Icy is hunting. He sees him, but I don't know if he actually realized that he saw him. So now he's going to window jump peek. Bunt turns around, but the MP5 is not good enough. The fall will come in from Icy, and he will find him and immediately flush him out. But MTG are not going down without a fight. Newbie comes in, immediately gets knocked by Matt. Flushed out. And now Mr. T and Kin have a decision to make. Do they stay or do they go? With Run It Down approaching from above, Mr. T apparently already has the P90, which is an insane gun, especially at this range. They don't know where at least one of them is, I don't think. Yeah, I was going to say, they don't know where Mr. T is. So, Greg Shot has to be careful. Good shots coming in from him. But immediately spotted out. The nade for the flush is attempted. It should do some damage. It doesn't do anything. The follow-up, a good peek. Oh, but from the side, Matt goes down to Kin. Now I believe a 2-2 unless they got bunt up. Oh no, because Great Shot went down. So it is still just a 2-2. And the P90 is a disgusting weapon. They have to be careful. Great Shot should be rezzed any second, but it's really hard to push their advantage because they have to cross open ground for anything to happen. Icy spots him out for a second, tries to land a couple of shots, unable to. Ooh, what? I thought he was safe. Icy deleted. Head shots only. Kid now coming in with a molly, trying to throw it in, trying to find some flushes. Great Shot having to hold everyone. I believe they should be safe from that molly. Great Shot in the side room, waiting and holding. Bunt goes down immediately again. It is just Great Shot. That's a good nade. And Great Shot with a hip fire. This is going to go ahead and find one. Goes for the flush. Unable to get it just yet. Mr. T jumped out with a shotgun.
This is intense.
Welcome to the Gooners, bro.
Yes, like they took the crash. They immediately got the 2 wipes as just the P90 definitely being, and then the beautiful flank play from Kin coming around and getting a nice side angle as they went for the 2-piece. Mr. T running in, Molotov blocking off the doorway and the stairs, so he's going to try to see if he can't get a nice reset, making this back to a 2v2 as the Gooners and MTG are going to be trading the reses, but that P90 in such close proximity is going to be very scary and very deadly for the Gooners to try to have to deal with in this situation. Util coming out from bunt. He's going to see if he can't maybe get a knock or flush one of them out with the utility, but MTG playing this very smart. They're going to be playing towards the edges of outside and beneath some hard cover, behind some hard cover, as now MTG looks like they're setting up for a rush. Shotgun and P90 in hand. That's going to be very difficult to try to defend with. A nice little gas trap coming out from Great Shot. He's going to see if he can't try to hold them off any longer as we watch Dots rotate right on by.
All right, give me a second, Isaiah, because you're actually a little bit behind. So, but Yaho goes down immediately. Sakura Zensen getting all of them. Penta 2, Hyman 2. That is, oof, a rough start for, what do we call those? Chicks? Owls? Wait, please let me call them the Yaho Chicks. That actually is amazing, and I love it so much. But Collector taking some shots over at Dots, who it seems like are crashing, but Kwanda going to go ahead and find a knock onto Flanker with a bolty headshot. But now it is the Gooners trying to find, and they finally pick them up. 1 kill for each of them. They are trying to prove their point that they don't want any of MTG around their lobby.
And it looks like I think I am still delayed just a bit inside of this. Yep, okay, so I'm just going to come back to the stream and watch from your POV here.
That might still be delayed. So here, let me just share my screen with you. That'll be easier. Just go with that. You good now?
Yep, all good.
Sweet. All right. Well, it has been an interesting beginning to the game with, what is it, 13 kills happening within the first 10 minutes. That's pretty intense. And Batty with an SKS, which I have not seen for a while. But Micah, he's going to get picked up. But Supernova, they're wanting to pick up some of these points.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting a little bit aggressive on this as Hyman and the rest of Sakura Zenzen are just trying to reset, get some loot in from the fight that they just took. They did lose 1, but they need to be very careful as Supernova is set up all around them. Don't want to play too aggressively here as actually it's only one member of Supernova that's has a good position and footing to try to even bother look at Sakura Zenzen, but it looks like they are just going to opt to start rotating on out. Sakura Zenzen coming in for some nice shots onto Supernova as they're going to opt to reconsolidate themselves within the warehouse compound towards the to the southwest of Hospital. Team Razav taking some good shots onto Dogs. Orpal, is he going to get anything? No, Beleda's not going to be able to connect anything onto him as he's going to be able to rotate on through without taking any damage whatsoever.
Yep, but now we've seen it to kind of have a slowdown and everything that's been going on. But Supernova, they're circling up pretty quickly, which I was not expecting. Run it down, have a nice compound, and Dots. Valiate is pretty gosh darn close, so they're just going to go for the dip immediately.
Well, it looks like
oh,
nice
nice shot from Tastu.
Oh my gosh.
Beam and Valiant from out of the car. Immediately going to go ahead and get the flush. But now Dot's trying to find somewhere to go without losing any more members. Losing even just one is pretty bad. But Supernova taking some shots over to run it down. Duel trying to find their home. And Seifu from the side gets hit by Wooly. 59 HP gone. But should be fine. He has a beautiful little dip. Wujutsu going to try to control this western side. And honestly, they're playing a lot more conservative than I was expecting. I thought they would take a little bit more space. Yep. TTG. Oh my gosh. Who's their fourth that I'm not remembering?
That's a it's not Devil Vibes, is it? No, Devil Vibes.
No. Devil Vibes was on a different team and didn't make it in.
That's a great question. I cannot remember for the life of me. But
we'll
I mean,
figure it out.
Wujutsu probably just using this first match of day one, trying to feel out how the games are going and how the teams are all about to lay out. Hyman in a pretty rough spot as he's getting 4-man land on by Pest Control. Right on top of him. It's a 4v1. Hyman gonna have to try to fight and fend off all of Pest Control. Karam on the roof, taking nice positioning. Battle X sitting on towards the bottom of the prio as the rest of Pest Control is clearing out the flat top just to make sure that no one else is sitting inside of this compound. Util coming into hand. Hyman's gonna have to do what he can to try to delay as long as he can, as Pentalol and the other member of Sakura Zenzen is gonna be trying to come in and try to see if they can't make something happen, but it doesn't look like they have a vehicle. They just have to try to walk back to the compound, which I think they just have to let Hyman do his thing.
It is pretty nice because Hyman did put a bicycle at the front of the door, so it should buy him a little bit of time, but Hyman going to go ahead and pick up the shotgun, wait for the inevitable push upstairs, but Penta and Adam on that hill trying to buy their team some time, but the question is, will a third party be what does them in? Hyman has two of the best guns close range to go ahead and deal with this, but 4 dogs not content with letting Penta and Adam help him out. And Micah is back, but I don't know exactly where he is. And I think Hyman, he's around 75 HP gone. Gonna use a med kit. And Pest Control, it looks like they're wanting to go up the stairs.
Yeah, if I'm Pest Control here, like, you need to clear this guy out as fast as possible because you don't want a third party to come into play.
Ooh, good shots.
Beautiful shots on the Hyman. Hyman now sitting at 1 HP, but the shotgun's going to come into play, and Karam is going to go down super fast as he's going to be able to get away. He is not going to get knocked for the trade. He's going to get away with that one for free, as he is now going to just smoke and try to do what he can to delay it. Oh, this flashbang. My apologies. He's going to try to do what he can to delay Pest Control. Not playing this one out very well. They needed to just absolutely 3-man push together. Karam went a little bit ahead, had no one to back him up for the trade, and he got punished for it.
My word, I can't believe that Hyman actually... Dude, I thought he was going to get knocked for sure, but somehow making it out alive, and Sakura Zenzen not losing any players. Wait a second, they had a knock. Did Micah get knocked? Did I miss Micah getting knocked?
Wait, Micah... No, Micah just got rezzed, no?
Yeah, no, he did, but it's showing yellow. And oh, wait, maybe he hasn't come back yet. Maybe he's like about to come back with the... No, I don't know, because Gooners... whatever. We'll figure it out. But Supernova, they still have to hold their compound. No one's trying anything too crazy just yet. Everyone is still pretty calm about it. No one's pulling anything crazy out of the hat just yet, because it is just the start of everything.
It's, yeah, everyone's pretty much setting up. You know, everyone's taking as much space as they can. He's waiting for recall. Okay, that's a good shout,
okay.
Mark. Good
I
shout.
thought he was downed. I thought that's what that was. But Vorpal looks like... Wait, what happened to Penta? Oh, when they got backfilled by dogs. And Hyman... Oh my gosh. Circle goes south. He gets another one with a shotgun. Flushes him out immediately in Pest Control. This is the second time that they've just sent members against him without anything. But Micah, he has a Panzerfaust, and he actually gets 2 of them with a Molly, trying to go for the flush as well. What is this?
I was not out of... If we were to look at the spacing and look at the, like, Hyman should have been dealt with a long time ago by Pest Control.
Dude, he's trying to get rid of the
door
bike.
from there. You can open the door from there, but you can't pick up the bicycle.
Well, I think he had too much inventory space, and so he was trying to like have it set up, but like the angle quite wasn't working, so that's frustrating. But Micah with the Panther is gonna find one. There's only one member left. Penta. Oh, I thought he had a Panther Faust for a second, but nope. Lucid immediately just gonna go ahead and go for the res. Penta unsure of where the last member is. Lucid Freak down to about half HP. They go together. Micah gets him 10 kills and not even
Sakura Zenzen
17 minutes in.
Oh my gosh. Sakura Zenzen is just like, you got Hyman over here 1v4ing pest control as they just let this man live inside of their compound this entire time after like 3 minutes from landing on them on an EP. Like, Hyman should have been dealt with as swiftly as possible. Like, pick up the bicycle, 4-man run up this, like, flash, push up the stairs, kill him. Like, the fact that he has just been able to delay this long and just pick off one by one, like, that's just amazing showing out from Hyman. But, I mean, he has been around for a long time. And then Sakura Zenzen taking a 2v4 onto another team, crashing on top of them. As now they're gonna pick up their knocked teammate, or their gone teammate. They're gonna res him and bring him back with the blue chip respawn.
Yep, nicely done by Sakura Zenzen. And Hyman, it is still insane how he was able to make it out alive. But, I mean, there's still 2 members up. BattleX and Blissey trying to find out where he went. But, I mean, this is quality stuff. You know, points for sure. Pretty good for Sakura Zenzen. But,
it is.
Man,
There's no way he gets out of here. There's no way he gets out.
They got to land the shots. They don't find him just yet. They got 1 shot in, but that's about it. And Hyman takes 2 kills, 2 free points, gets out of there and says farewell and leaves with his head held high.
That is insane that you're able to delay for that long. Take their vehicle, or take your vehicle, rotate out of the prio, and then go reconsolidate back on your team, who just finished a fight of their own, by the way. Mind you, like, they just finished a 2v4 onto another team that crashed into them. And you're able to just rotate out of there for free. Wow, Sakura Zenzen is just absolutely on fire. 10 points already into this game. So many teams, like 3 teams already dead. Like, the rest, like, round of 64, round of 32 for NA, it has always been, like, into phase 4, 50-something alive. And we're going into phase 4 now, closing with 44 alive. Like, this is, like, the fastest losing players and teams we've had this entire call so far.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that Hyman actually just got out to go into zone as well. But Skyline now, they got to be careful, but an MP5 is too strong, gets Zuki and Colt. And that is going to be easy flushes. And Gooners, it is a Gooners and Sakura show at the moment. And I mean, again, they were able to get all of their teammates back. And this, as a reminder, this is the patch that DMRs have been nerfed. And this is where all of the new interesting factors that people have made their opinions very clear about in this patch. So this is where crazy stuff is going to happen. Red Rider tries to flick, tries to see where he goes. Did not have the correct one in mind. That nade is directly on him. Doesn't matter. Uses the M4. And now, what was it, Nick? I think I saw Nick was his name. And Nick is going to be the last one up onto Team Skyline, even though they are trying to push him out with a couple of blue zones, another util.
It's not looking too good for Team Skyline. Is they were getting pushed by the Gooners, and now they're getting pushed by Team Razav. Team Razav, like, Nick Knacker, is that his name? Nick Knacker, yep. He's in their progression into the zone. Like, they need to kill him so they can use his footing that he has over there and just make that play into the zone from there. But then you also got to be very careful about Gooners. Gooners are in a bit of a deep dip right now, so they could easily just walk across that swamp and just absolutely third party. So Razav, they're not too keen on letting that happen. They're keeping eyes on them as all of them are starting to look over on top of all of them. As Run It Down, Batty Law getting a nice little flush onto Tastu from Run It Down.
And there you go, Supernova, the unlikely team to make it in because of a DQ. Gonna go ahead and pick up their first point of the lobby. Nick, he's trying to keep it down, but no, sir. KVZN is going to be the one who finds him last, and Blizzy goes down. And his teammate trying to go for the res, but it is going to be pretty gosh darn open. Razav, though, has to be careful because Duel has been putting the hurt on them and knocked 2 almost immediately as they're trying to make their way in.
Yeah, Duel doing a very good job about playing their dead space. They don't want people to get into this zone and just be living behind them the entire time, because as this circle gets closer, you're starting to get very friendly and very comfortable with the players and other enemies around you. You do not want to have to worry about people coming in from your backside as well. So they're doing a very good job of just keeping information up of where all these teams are playing and where they're rotating out of, as it looks like we might have a fight break out between... No, Pest did take a knock. Blizzy is down as Battlex is not close enough to try to get an instant res. And Sakura Zenzen looking to finish what Hyman started.
Oh, nice shots, but great shot.
Coming out.
No way, great shot does not go down there, but Gooners, they're taking quite the beating. And Hazel actually going to go ahead and find the knock on Simply Matt, because Gooners is getting beamed from every side. This is the late stages where, oh no, Gooners, they're just caught between so many teams. KBZN, he's trying to get res by Nubski, but they don't have much of anything to play inside zone.
Yeah, unfortunately for Gooners, the playability out of that swamp is not the greatest, especially when the zone hard shifts back towards the north from there. Beautiful util coming out from Collector as they're going to take down 2 flushes onto TTB. Util coming out.
Good push. Great push.
And the nade and the spray from Hyman. Nade from Pentalaw is just going to wipe out the last 2 members of Wujutsu. And now Sakura Zenzen on a 12-kill killing spree, just absolutely dominating this lobby.
This is one of the teams that as soon as we saw them signed up for the event, we knew that they were going to be insane, and they have proved to be lethal to a T. And 12 kills, even if they all died right now immediately, which they're not, they would still do better than most of the lobby, if not, you know, what, 75% of the lobby. That is insane.
That is insane. But I will say, like, I am really enjoying how Supernova's playing. Like, they've been playing this really close to chest. They've been playing this as safe as possible.
They got to be careful right here, though.
They have to be very careful as they are just taking a lot of shots from TTG. They don't have much playability, a lot of protection from where they're playing. So it's going to be a rough push in from them. But Hot and Spicy gets a nice knock onto Narcoticia. How the heck?
I'm going to call him Narco. Yeah.
Yeah, Narco. Gets a nice knock on the Narco. They're going to see if they can aggress on that. All while Rayzab is going to get a knock on the K-Mine to open things up between.
But Sakura Sensen, they're coming in onto Duel. They find one, but the Mutant is going to do a lot of work to Penta. And Wooly from below and from behind trying to stab them in the back, while Rayzab is putting some damage into them, waiting for the smoke to clear. Wooly hoping that he is not spotted out. So far, the trade, it's just Wooly and IQ who are left. There's so much for Sakura Sensen. That's a great gas can, though, but he goes down. Oh my gosh. There are 3 of them in one spot. Wooly could literally get so many of them right now. Gets 2, but cannot get the 3rd. And Sakura Sensen continue. But Adam, wait, he didn't run into the gas can flames? What? That is.
He definitely did. Maybe it was a client side thing. Maybe the flames weren't there for him. I don't know. That was weird. He definitely ran into them. That was insane.
That's what I thought. Oh yeah, my gosh.
Wooly just like maybe 2 seconds earlier, and he might have wiped the floor with the last 3 members of Sakura Zenzen, but they're able to get out on top of that. They're gonna have to get a res to reset. Team Rayzab trying to see if they can't make a run out. Collector shooting them in the back. They're stuck in the open. They don't have much playability. They're just gonna have to try to live in that tiny little dip. They aren't in the zone. So they have to try to worry about Sakura Zenzen, who is directly sitting on top of them, as well as Collector, who looks like they were the ones that did most of the dispatching onto Gooners, as they are now sitting in a very good spot inside of this zone.
This is a really good push. I know you were talking about Supernova earlier, but I mean, 3 kills, top 7, not too bad. But again, Collector, like you were saying, they have 6 kills as well as inside zone. So now Supernova have to get rid of Shane Doe, who is the last one up. They do. Static gets that kill. And Supernova up to 4 kills, 6 teams up, and they have a decent spot inside zone with a lot able to control this zone. Collector has to deal with the threat of Sakura Zenzen, as Sakura Zenzen just really waiting, trying to get as many points as they can, but it is, oh my gosh, Sakura Zenzen, it is an insane game regardless, and Pandorito actually going to go ahead and find Adam. And I think they may take this as a sign to go ahead and start pushing, and 2 actually go down. Is it just 1 left? No, it's 2 left.
2.
Rayzab. Wait, 1 more nade. This could be a really good nade from them. The Collector is actually going to take down Pandorito. Micah goes down to Pandorito's last nade. Hyman trying to find his spot, and they go down. Nubsky gets the last one as he falls immediately after.
Oh, And that's exactly what you can expect to happen there with Collector sitting so close for the 3P. As Team Razab was trying to see if they can make a play happen, they just absolutely got backstabbed. And it kind of helped Sakura Zinsen out in the short game, but it wouldn't have done much in the long game for them, as they would have just absolutely dispensed with Sakura Zinsen as fast as possible. But the next fight breaking out, we got Supernova versus Run It Down, as Util coming up from Batty Lull. Beautiful nade and beautiful Molotov that almost took out Lil G. He was just barely able to get away from that. But Supernova, zone is closing, and they need to dispatch
the MG3.
Wow, the third party Collector is coming to help Run It Down, and they have to run uphill trying to fight Supernova. Lil G, but he ran out of ammo, and now he's gonna find the knock onto Kev. Static's down, Kev down, everyone's down. It is just up to Henry. And Penry is going to get eliminated, as they are going to take 4th place, but not bad from Supernova, as they managed to squeeze out a 4th place from here with 6 kills. Collector sitting in a very beautiful spot of the zone. Like, they've just been absolutely, like, every time there was a fight between 2 teams in these last couple of circles, they have just absolutely backstabbed perfectly to just steal a couple of KP away, as well as just punish those who were trying to fight.
All right, help me out here. Look at the leaderboard, yeah? You have the 3 teams that we see at the top of the lobby, yeah?
Yes.
Why would you 2? All right, but it doesn't matter. TTG, they're going to go ahead and line up, Run It Down, but the MG3 is too strong. Run It Down, they're on the low HP, and I think TTG want to finish this out ASAP. But Run It Down, they have solidified, and they're... I mean, it's not going to be easy to take them down. Collector, though, they have had circles so much, but they've done so well with it. 8 kills, 12 points currently, but Trimble with a beautiful knock on a plushie. And now LIG, the last one up. And it's going to be hard to really even go into circle because he's outside of zone right here.
Yeah, it's going to be... I think this is where Run It Down's game is going to end. And Collector, like as you said, like they have been circle fed a little bit since they took this spot from the... They fought the Gooners and they took them, and they took the points very early on. Beautiful knock from Hazel onto Trimble. They took space. They third-partied a lot of these fights very early on, giving them a lot of 8 KP is nothing to be scoffed at, as it is going to be Mafu who gets the nade. And that's going to be the end. First game win going to Collector with a